Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to UR2D Season 4, Round 2 at Interlagos today. And I'm here for UR2D for the first time, so hope you enjoy. Anyway, let's start qualifying. We have 3 laps. Everyone on the soft tyres, and we actually have a full grid today, which is the first time in a while. So always nice to get a full grid. We even had to kick some people out of the lobby due to attendance today. And PIGGY is not cooking at the moment, will go on board with his teammate Fabianski, currently with the purple middle sector. Up to the line. What time is he going to set? It's going to be a 33.00 for him. Currently Spyro on pole. Took pole last week in Germany and on course to take it again at the moment, but there is still 2 more laps to go. I'm sure many drivers will be looking to improve their times in these final 2 laps. Got a Loxian with the purple sector 1, and he's on green in the middle sector as well, so it looks like he is improving. See what he can do as he comes up to the line in the special McDonald's livery for the day. 32.98 for a Loxian, and there is a lot of movement. Player 10 took pole in Morel, currently on pole for Morel 2. Then we have Albono in P2, that's a surprise to see him that high, that's for sure. And then Spyro 3rd with MP45, lovely stuff so far. We have Harb with the purple sector 1, that's a bit of a surprise. We have Spyro, purple middle sector. Let's see, we're on board of Fabianski. He does improve up to P5. Is anyone going to take pole though? Doesn't look like it. And player 10 for the second time today will start from pole position. Lovely stuff from him. And we have, that's Flack in P2, Albono up in 3rd. So great qualifying for him. Got Spyro 4th, Milo in 5th, Fabianski 6th, Lukic P7, Petrusa 8th, Eric 9th, and then Aloxian P10. Got T2 11th, Harbin 12th, Ellie in 13th, Glow in 14th, PIGGY 15th, Larry 16th, and then Pat 17th, and Aussie rounding off the grid in P18. Here we go, 7-lap sprint race, and no tyre wear in this race. We have player 10 to lead us underway, and it's a not great start. I think his ping doesn't help with that one, but he has managed to stay in the lead for now. Flack sees the grass a bit there, slightly pushed onto the grass, but player 10 does manage to keep the lead through the first sector, and he is going to try and hold it in this middle sector. Spyro though trying to make the move. They're going to be side by side through this whole middle sector, and Spyro, lovely switchback, he's up into the lead of the race. He won the sprint race last week, looking to try and do the same in this one. Got T2 currently side by side with Albono. Eric also trying to look for a move, and Albono sees a lot of the grass there. T2, bit of a push, and Albono's, after that great qualifying, has lost quite a few places already. They're going to be 3 wide into this middle sector. We've got Flack going up the inside, sees a lot of the grass there though, can't make it work. And we've got player 10 now down to P4, T2 up to P3, and then Spyro and Fabianski 1-2 at the moment. We got Milo looking to the outside of player 10, almost 4 wide here, into the first corner. Relatively clean, a few of them saw the grass, but they all managed to survive. As player 10 into the grass on the straight there, T2 again pushing Flack onto the grass this time, but currently sitting in P3. So good start, great start for Aurum GP in general, 1st and 3rd for them, and that's Flack getting rear-ended into the grass there, unfortunate for him. And that is Pat, after making up some good ground at the start. He finds the grass there at the final braking zone. So we have Flack and Albono side by side, and Flack onto the grass again. Not been a good few laps for him. He's got a Loxian up the inside of Albono, slightly seeing a bit of the grass, and that's a bit of a lag rocket there between Flack and Albono. They're both off, and they've lost a lot of time. And now we've got Eli teleporting a little bit there. There we go, warning from Nick Hill, you already saw it before me. Then at the front, Spyro, nice gap. Fabianski also has a nice gap down to P3. And then T2 third, Milo fourth, player 10 fifth, and then it is the Praetorians in sixth and in those positions at the moment. As we have a Loxian trying to go around the outside of Glow. He's going to get the inside for the next few corners though, so he might be able to make it work. And he is able to Glow a little bit wide through whatever corner that is, and Loxian ahead up to P8, but mistake there. And Glow is straight back through. They're going to be side by side though into the first corner. Loxian looking to the inside. Unable to make it work. Might get another chance into turn 4. He is going to look to the outside. Can he make it work? He goes very wide. Glow does the opposite and takes a bit of the inside grass. Going to be side by side again. But it's the same outcome. Loxian able to get in front. Eli onto the grass. He gets overtaken by Larry and Flack there. Now down to P13 for him. Got Aussie. Can he look up the inside? Don't think he will be able to there. We got Glow and Loxian still fighting it out. Glow able to get ahead at turn 1. Now got Lukic trying to also have a look at Loxian. But Loxian's going to turn that into an attack on Glow. And Lukic able to get the cut back underneath both of them. Passes them both up to P8 for him. Glow and Loxian still side by side though. This is great battling between the pair of them as we're actually on the final lap. Oh, up to the line. I didn't even see this. Fabianski managed to make some good gains and loses the win by 0.02 seconds. So unfortunate there from Fabianski after some great progress. It's going to be T2 to take the final step on the podium. Then it's going to be Milo 4th, Petrusa 5th, Lukic P6 with the fastest lap as well. Eric takes P7, it's going to be player 10 and P8, Loxian 9th and Glow 10th, so Loxian beating Glow in the end. We have Larry 11th, Ellie 12th, PIGGY 13th, Flack down in P14 in the end, Harp 15th, and Abono down in P16, so not good races from them two. From Flack and Abono, and then Aussie 17th and Pat P18. Okay, here we go. We have 21 laps of racing. And it's going to be Spyro to lead us underway. Here we go. Fabianski gets a nice start. Spyro already covering him off though. But can Fabianski get the run into turn 4? He's going to look to the outside. Oh, gets slightly pushed onto the grass there. And he ends up going now down to P4. And it's now an Aurum GP 1-2. The reigning Constructor Champions. Looking to try and retain that. Go a bit further back. We see Eric making some moves. And player 10 also trying to get involved as well. And he has managed to make it work up the inside of both of them. Player 10 up to P7. Now got Loxian trying to go around the outside. Can he make it work? All the way onto the grass there. And Milo is back through. So down to P6 for Loxian. Milo up to 5th. Here comes Fabianski though. After getting pushed off at the start. Trying to regain that progress. Can he get past T2? Unable to make it work. Goes a little bit wide there. And T2 able to stay ahead for now. Got every single driver other than Aussie and Flack on the soft tyres. So definitely the preferred option today. So we see Petrusa. Got a few drivers behind him. Looks like they're all just happy slipping at the moment. Maybe not. Player 10 up the inside. And then lags himself onto the grass. There's Glow also teleporting there. 2, we have Fabianski trying the same thing again up the inside of T2. Managed to make it work, and now he's going to try and go up the inside of Spyro as well. And there we go, he's done it up to P1 for Fabianski. Great start after that early bad start. He's managed to regain those places, but now it looks like he's going to lose them both again. So you see Spyro able to get back in front. T2 also trying to get ahead, and he is able to get through. So Fabianski back down to P3, unfortunately for him. Go a bit further back, we've got lots of battling going on. We have a huge train here, we've got Flack double overtake on Larry and Eric. Managed to make it work. And now we've got Eric with a huge dive, Abono onto the grass, unfortunately for him. And Eric still trying to get past Flack, he's managed to make the move now. And he's up into P10. It's a lot of side by side here, they're going to be 3 wide into the first corner. And that is an incredible switchback from Pat. I think he's just done about 4 cars there. Lovely stuff from Pat. He's up into P10 and it looks like they've kind of got rid of the train as well. So it's just Pat, Lukic and Albono now. So they've managed to get rid of quite a few drivers. But Fabianski's fallen back a bit. And now we've got a battle for the podium here between 4 drivers. Loxian going to try and go to the outside of Fabianski. Can he make it work? Petrusa's also looking to the inside. Up the inside goes Petrusa. Fabianski onto the grass. Milo also onto the grass. And it's a Loxian into P3. Go a bit further back. Albono has managed to make some good progress after that bad sprint race. He's now up into the top 10. He's got his teammate just behind him as well. We've got Glow into the wall there. That's unfortunate for him. Player 10 now trying to make a move. But not able to make it work, unfortunately for player 10. So yeah, Fabianski trying to go around the outside of Petrusa into the first corner. Petrusa very pinched to the inside and Fabianski's made it work. So very nice racing from him. Thought Petrusa was going to come back but doesn't look like it. Top 2 just chilling. They're obviously both teammates so they won't be too aggressively fighting at the moment. We've now got a battle here. We've got PIGGY, Glow and player 10 have been caught by the JSKs. And now Pat onto the grass and he's lost quite a few places. Now down to P12 for him. Albono up into P7, so he is having a very decent race so far. Got PIGGY maybe having a look to the outside. Not quite there though. Bit further back we got Pat making the move on Glow. Got player 10 trying to look to the outside. Actually goes for the switchback. Can he make the move on Lukic or not? And he has made the move. Lukic pushed onto the grass slightly there. And he is now down to P12, unfortunately for him. We see PIGGY still trying to make this move on Albono. Can he get the run into the first corner? No, he's not. They're both into the pit lane actually, and quite a few others as well, with a race leader, Spyro, as well as a Loxian and Fabianski, both going for their one and only stop in this race. They've managed to come out ahead of these guys, so that could be really crucial for them actually. Who else is pitted? We have PIGGY's gone for mediums. That's very interesting. 13 laps on mediums. That's going to be a little bit difficult towards the end of this race, but interested to see what kind of progress he can make. As we have the rest of the front guys into the pit lane, T2, Petrusa and Milo. And we have T2 and Petrusa, all 3 of them actually on the medium tyres. Got quite a few drivers behind them pitting as well. Got Larry, Lukic, Pat and player 10 all as well going for the medium tyres. And they've certainly fallen off a bit. This is now really the battle for last place because Harb is not doing too well at the moment. Anyway, back towards the front, we've got Eric up the inside. Yet to pit though, Eric, on those soft tyres. So he's going pretty long on those softs. And looks like he is starting to struggle. He's just made a bit of a mistake there. And he is into the pit lane. So we've got Ozzy and Flack to the side of mediums yet to pit. Then PIGGY has managed to make the move on those medium tyres. So making them work at the moment. Player 10 slightly onto the grass there. And Larry able to get through. So up to P13 for Larry. Go a bit further up. We've got Albono still trying to fight this. Even though PIGGY is on the medium. So in theory should be faster. And Albono is having none of it. We got Ozzy also kind of in the way here. Obviously he's yet to pit. And now Albono is going to use Ozzy to make the move. PIGGY gets a little bit stuck. And Albono is through. PIGGY also makes a bit of a mistake there. He's down to P10. Got Pat. Oh, Pat teleporting past Glow, but looked like a weird teleport. That was a... yeah, not too sure what happened there. Anyway, player 10 is back past Larry, and Lukic also is past Larry as well. And Eric down to last. Not been a good race for Eric, that's for sure. Front 2 still just chilling. Fabianski got a bit of work to do if he wants to try and get onto the top 2 steps of the podium. We've got Petrusa and Loxian behind though. They're battling on the different tyres at the moment. So Loxian might be hoping this race comes to him more towards the end of the race. We've got a bit of a split in the top 8 really. Half of them on half of them on hards, half of them on mediums. So going to be interesting to see which tyre will work out in the end. Petrusa is able to stay ahead of Aloxian for now. Aloxian isn't giving up though. To look into the outside of turn 4, unable to make it work. Yeah, not able to make a move there in the middle sector either. To go further back, we have Flack and Aussie have now pitted. And Lukic down in P16. Terrible. Not a good day to be a Lukic fan. Anyway, Eric up the inside of Pat. Not a bad move from Eric. Slightly onto the grass for Pat, but overall, not too bad. Yeah, Aussie and Flack just trying to make as much progress as they can on these softs. Aussie looks like he's having a bit more progress out of it. Flack just got a little bit stuck there. And now he's 3 places behind Aussie. So Aussie's managed to make these softs work so far. Managed to get past the traffic, and we'll be hoping to try and catch Larry and Glow just ahead of him. That is Pat. Sadly pushed onto the grass, and he's now down to P15. So not been a good day overall for him. Bad qualifying, and yeah, not been a good weekend so far for Pat. Now towards the front, the Luxian and the Petrusa still going at it. Other than that, the gaps are all pretty similar. So we have now 5 laps left to go. Bono's just absolutely in no man's land, all on his own. PIGGY pretty similar too. And then we've got 6 cars relatively close together behind him. We've got like a pack of 3, and then another pack of 3 as Flack makes a bit of a mistake there, so he's lost out a bit. Anyway, into turn 1, 3 wide between Glow, Larry and Aussie. Aussie backs out of it. Glow and Larry, they somehow get through it. Is Aussie going to go for a move? He's got the soft tyres, he probably wants to try and use them. That is a bit of a TP there from Glow. That's unfortunately put Larry into the grass, and Aussie is able to get through, and he's also broken the slipstream, so that's really helpful for him. Now, further back, looks like the top guys are all pretty spread out, so it looks like the battles are relatively further back. We have Pat looking to the outside of Flack. Can't make it work there. Now we might see Lukic try and make a move on Pat even, sorry, but unfortunately finds the grass. We've got Eric trying to make a move on Larry to the inside. Eric is through up to P11. So yeah, having a nice recovery, I suppose, from Eric. And player 10 down in P14 for our pole sitter from the sprint, so disappointing race for him. But oh well. Anyway, Aloxian still behind Petrusa, still can't find a way through. Pretty close here though. He's going to get the slipstream into the first corner. He looks to the outside. Can he make the move? Not quite there, but he's going to have another go into turn 4 if he can stay close enough. And he is able to keep in the slipstream. He goes to the outside. Unable to get enough speed there though, and Petrusa pretty comfortably stays ahead in the end. We're currently on the penultimate lap as well, so Loxian's going to need to try and find something relatively soon. He's got one more lap to go. Obviously the slipstream to the line can be pretty powerful, so I might want to think about that, but he's going to have a look up the inside into turn 1 instead. Petrusa trying to go for a bit of a switchback, unable to make it work. They're still going to be side by side though into turn 4. Petrusa on the inside, able to stay in front for now. Loxian, can he come back at him? The answer is no. Petrusa is able to stay in front. Anyway, let's go to the front. Spyro has won every single race so far this season, and that is not ending today. He wins the feature race in Brazil. I've accidentally pressed the wrong button. Brilliant. I've missed everyone. T2 in P2 and Fabianski P3. It's going to be Petrusa. Beats Loxian in the end for P4. Milo takes 6th. Albono. Great recovery to P7. Then Aussie in P8. Glow in 9th. It's going to be PIGGY takes P10 actually. Eric loses a lot of time there at the end, so I'm not too sure what happened to him. But Eric takes P11. It's going to be Larry in 12th. And then so he takes the final point. of this race. Then it's going to be Flack 13th, Player 10 14th, Lukic 15th, Pat 16th, and Harb in P17. And Player 10 also taking the fastest lap of the race as well. So lovely stuff from Aurum GP. They take the 1-2 and certainly helped them in the constructors. They were second before today, so yeah, that result would definitely help them, and I think should move them into first. So good stuff from them. Anyway, that was Ian Morel Brazil, and we'll be back next week for Monaco 1 for, I believe, the first time ever around Monaco 1. So very excited for that, and hope to see you there. Goodbye.